too short. Come on. Yeah. Bitch. Okay, I was at a club. It was almost 2. Bitch said, short, I'm in love with you. You got me so horny, what you wanna do? When you leave here, I wanna come with you. I would say, let's go to my house. But fuck all that, I wanna fuck right now. I wanna stick my dick in your mouth.
Hey, everybody, this is the Jake Podcast, jakepodcast.com, the Bachelor Pad Radio, Facebook page, Podbean, jakepodcast.com. What? Little intro with Too Short. It's funny, man. I think he looks a little bit.
Has he aged?
Yeah, I think he's aged better.
Right?
Yeah. No, dude,
That was
that's
the man. He was the dog.
So you say your girl says
Blow the
she wants to make sticky time with
For
Too
shizzle.
Short, huh?
For shizzle.
What you know about Too Short?
Do you know who he is?
I'm 14.
You're 14.
You are not 14.
The ghetto.
I keep thinking I hear it in the background,
No.
but I can't. That's the random other music
Yeah.
from Nextoa. Cool. And you are not 14, so that you can't use that as a canned response all day long.
She's changed her Tupac headband.
She did. I've noticed it's weird, dude. You came in like, I don't even know, like on a magic carpet of and for like an hour, and I'm like, okay, enough already. Like, calm down, like, chill. And now you're like, you went out and like tranquilized yourself, like somebody shot you with a dart in the parking lot.
She's nervous because I'm here.
Is that what it is? You can't deal with all the blueness?
No, shut up.
Did you ever hear that song, Ebony and Ivory?
What? What?
Nothing.
Nope. Yeah. Now we can just go through the millennial question of the week would be like best-selling, #1 chart-topping like songs of all time and whatever. And
This might be. How
What?
about this one?
No.
Did you ever hear the game called Jarts? Do you know what Jarts are?
dude, there's a lot of people that don't know what
Actually,
jarts are.
there's a select few that knows Jarts.
You know that's
Like,
like
Jarts.
You know, jarts are a huge thing if you can find an actual, because they stopped, like they outlawed because like somebody got impaled
I have a set of
or
jarts.
whatever. Dude, jarts were. It was this weird like.
Listen to this.
It was this weird like dart thing that was
was a-
probably.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Isn't it like that thing you should
No,
have like,
no, that's a blow dart.
No, that's a blow dart. What are you?
damn.
All right, look at
Like
here, I'll
actually
explain.
African or something?
So-
like
So
he's trying to tranquilize it.
See the size of his pen? It's about that long. It's a steel spike, and on the end it has.
But it's like
it has
it's like that thick, right?
right,
And it tips down to where it's supposed
It's
to
heavy.
to
That's what he said.
Stick in the ground. There you go.
right.
And then it's got it goes
Wings.
up plastic, and it's got these like 3 or 4 like.
Rocket tail fins.
I was
And you
about to
would-
say, you guys are
Hold on.
describing this so
Listen,
bad.
No, we're
though.
not. We're actually
What
nailing
do you mean?
it.
You don't even know what it is. How you
It's
know? We
coming
could be
out so bad.
we could
so
be
listen.
describing it awesome.
It's describing
No,
so
I think we're
You're
doing it.
describing it so dirty.
Dirty. Oh,
It's
fins.
a
How are
giant,
fins
it's
dirty.
a giant missile-looking thing. No,
No.
Yes?
no.
So
Yes.
listen. So listen. So you take a big hoop, like a hula hoop, and you walk 30 feet,
Yeah, 25, 30 feet.
and you put that hoop there, and you got a hoop there. So you have these steel spikes with wings, and you toss in the air to try to land into the hoop. A steel flying dart harpoon thing.
And then
That was the game.
yeah, and this is where like life wasn't so like
I was about to say, you guys must have lived boring lives.
Boring.
dude.
Jarts.
Yeah,
you had
have
to
you-
you had to dodge.
Yeah.
You almost died every time you played that game.
You got somebody with bad aim, dude, and you were getting stabbed like through the air. It's horrible.
Oh yeah, yeah. Look at.
Oh, my
I'm
God.
about to show you some jarts.
Yeah, give her a visual. There's
I'm-
got to be a jart.
There's
like,
an old school jarts.
but yeah. So jarts, that's something.
See, that's a jart. See the steel tip and the wings, and you throw it, and you hit the land. So you're standing right next to it, like horseshoes, but you have a jart. And so you had to like pay attention. You couldn't be like having a beer and hey, what's going on, Jimmy? And you know, you'd have to.
I think they won't sell them anymore because I think people, like, had too much to drink, and you're like,
Oh, my grandma's
stabbed in the neck or
Yeah.
whatever.
My grandma's here. Hi, grandma.
Yeah.
Done.
Oh, boring
Cashed
life.
out.
Like our games like could end up with hospitalization. You guys have to wear
Easily.
helmets and
Easily.
stuff everywhere you go.
Did you ever hear a game called trackball? Trackball? Remember trackball? The big thing and you whip it and the ball would do it and if you didn't catch it right.
Yeah, it looked like a big
get it in
C
the eye.
and whatever, yeah.
Yep.
I never liked it. I could never control the trackball. And then they smushed it into where you would get on a bumper car. Yeah, I forget what it's called, but you would get that thing with the scoop, and you'd have the ball, and you'd be in bumper cars, right? And they'd put you on a basketball court with bumper cars.
It sounds familiar.
Oh, dude, it was the greatest thing ever. Like I think I went to like
Actually, I'm about to look that
one of my
up.
grown up birthdays, and you would have to pass it to your friend, and it was scoop and shoot or scoop and shoot or something. Dude, it was the greatest thing ever. Like that was my birthday, and I went as an adult. Like it was like my dad and my mom and like a couple of their friends,
familiar.
my friends, and then like my brother and sister and all the little people. Dude, it was the greatest. Bumper cars are fun anyway you look at it, right? I mean, you can't really beat a bumper car.
We did bumper cars with real vehicles.
But when you did the Scoopy doohickey, the basketball hoop had this funnel thing, and you had to throw it into
that
it.
Sounds so familiar.
Yeah, it's a thing.
No, I believe it.
There were a couple around here, but I used it as a team building exercise in Texas.
Whirly ball?
Whirly ball.
There it is.
Yeah. But the thingy that they have is what he was talking about first, and then I added the peanut butter and jelly and smushed it together with the other.
Right.
Dude,
No, I have a whole thing.
Whirly ball is gangster. Like it's basketball, whatever that thing you said, and then bumper cars, and it was the greatest thing ever in life. Like, you know how everyone says there's nothing to do here, like there's no fun in Michigan or whatever. There are these weird hidden things, that you can do that are completely out of the ordinary and whatever. And dude, if I had like a season pass to that, like F Cedar Point, like I will just go play that and then go.
How about
about my day.
Airtime? Did you ever check out Airtime? I mean, that's kind of cool.
The jumping,
Jumping up in the
thing.
air, dunk the ball.
I
whatever.
haven't.
It's pretty crazy.
It looks and seems neat. In Zap Zone, like the laser tag and stuff and whatever. I never did that. Paintball. I wanted to do that.
Done that.
What other stuff?
Fun.
Do you know of any of these things? Or are we speaking like Russian?
There's
No, I know. That's a lot of stuff the young generation do. So yeah.
I know downtown Detroit around Halloween time they have they use I want to say the Penobscot building in
high
sections.
atop what radio station was high atop
760. WJR.
And also WJLB, high atop the Penobscot building, or whatever. Back when they'd go into slow, hey, this is so and so, high atop the Penobscot building, whatever.
Right. They had a zombie thing where you would have to run away from zombies or something. You can shoot zombies or run from them. It's a whole thing. It's like a 3-hour event in the building.
That's pretty good.
I forget what it's called. Someone did it last year. A friend of mine. I thought, wow, that's pretty cool.
I'm thinking of Erebus or something.
No, this is no.
Wow, Matt just said no.
But yeah.
No. Well, yeah. Okay. So that was cool. That was weird. That was a weird like play-in from from lawn darts and jarts.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, there's a thing like to get actual authentic jarts and whatever. I'd like to get some jarts. Although I have dogs, my dogs will die.
I have
from
jarts.
jarts.
I know. I think I have jarts in my dad's garage, but I know people that have jarts that don't use them no more.
Want to fight? What kind of person blows clouds in people's faces?
I did
He
it into the
basically
mic too,
just
so
said
it
square
sounded
up.
like a storm was rolling in. This is good.
I was about to sing some Edmund Fitzgerald.
Yeah.
Yeah. The legend lives on from the Chippewa on down. Okay.
All right. So hey, so what happened to you yesterday, Miss, with the random call and all your shenanigans and yesterday?
I lost my skirt.
Yeah. I get a call. Hey, I lost my skirt. I don't know where. It's maybe in the backyard. Like I have a
Can you
dog
bring me some
that's
pants?
yeah. Can you bring?
You were actually like naked or just
No, I have my top on. I just lost my skirt.
so no underwear, just a skirt?
No, I found that. I just lost my skirt.
Yeah, they were lost for a minute also, from what I hear.
You can, well,
We were all outside.
Yeah. Welcome to the world of. See, you don't get the 6 hours of her before we get in and get on the mic or whatever. And until recently, neither did I. I would hear about these things like post. So I get Giggle Monster on the phone. Me, have you ever lost your pants? And blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Have I lost my pants? So Yeah. So I'm assuming, you know, there were obviously some shenanigans afoot, and she had lost her britches and her underpants, and then she found her underpants, couldn't find the britches, and then I think I found the britches and whatever, and that's kind of where I left off. I was like, I need to go to sleep. Why are you talking?
Right.
What's happening?
No, the moment I found him, I was just like, I found them. All right, I gotta go.
Yeah.
We were looking everywhere.
So
I don't know what happened.
there was a crazy windstorm came by, took off the skirt. But so random pet peeves. This one's been bugging me for a while, right? We're going to get into random pet peeves. I'm sure we've all got them. Well, at least you and I do. I don't know if you have one.
She probably doesn't
we
know
will
what
see.
pet peeves mean.
You know what pet peeves are?
Oh.
My sister has pet peeves.
Oh, she did a couple shows on pet peeves, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
She
Good.
got a lot.
Yeah. So I've been grocery shopping more than normal, right? Because I'm putting my diet back into swing, right? So I can only buy fresh meat and like salad and lettuce and vegetables or whatever. If I buy everything fresh, it's got about a 3-day lifespan before it gets creepy in your fridge. So I'm like, okay, go to the grocery store. One time was at Walmart. I get there, and dude, it's super packed, right? Like I'm parking way off of my normal like pull in. I've got the same parking spot at Walmart. It's pretty neat. I pull in, I go over 2 things, and I can almost like within 1 to 2 spots, I've got my same spot. So I feel pretty good about this. I don't like going into Walmart, as we've talked about. It's a long walk. It's a big place. Like, it's exercise. Like, screw the gym. I'm going to Walmart for a couple hours, right? This is stupid. So I get there, and I got to park way off the way. And there's this pretty lady, and it looks like maybe she works for the airline, like stewardessy. Like, maybe, I don't know which one, but it was darker. It reminded me of Spirit in a way, right? Because Spirit will wear darker stuff sometimes with the little...
Yeah.
Whatever the little thing around their necky doohickey is. So number one, she's kind of good looking or whatever, and she's wearing the little stewardess outfit and whatever, so it draws my attention. And I figure I'm in a good mood. I'm gonna do the gentlemanly thing because we're parked there. Immediately my mind goes, she's got to walk all the way over there and put the cart in the cart corral, right? So I went, So as I park. And then I went, tell me this pretty chick that I just looked at and whatever isn't going to be one of the, like, dredge of society people that just goes, boop, and pushes their cart and just leaves it in a parking spot. Or some of them will take and actually put it, like, up on the thing or whatever so it won't roll away, which is considerate, I guess.
Right.
But how lazy are you when you're afforded a push buggy to get your groceries and take it out to your car? Number one, not put it back. And within 2 times in that week, because I went to the grocery store twice, one time I did see it was, and, no offense, it was a couple black people, right? And both of them like, blah, 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 and they're getting in a nice car, and they're like, da, da, da. And boom, one time it was a girl, and she just, like, pushed it, like, just next to another car, got in her car and drove off. And I now can't deal with it. I can't take it. Like, I look at him and I give him you're a horrible person, right? Like, I'm fairly certain our groceries cost about a good 10% more because you don't put your carts back. We got to pay some high school kid or some kid minimum wage to run around and grab those and whatever. Why wouldn't you take and put it back? The next time it was a guy who did it. One time it was a lady who did it and did it right in front of me. And I'm so close to having like a channel 2, like there's going to be TV cameras with me throwing a tirade, you know what I mean? And probably calling people things, just you ingrateful, son of a, like what is wrong with you? Like it angers me. Like I have a horrible shopping experience if I see somebody do it on my way in. And so that was 1 and 2. And then pretty lady with the, I'm a stewardess lady. And she turned and she walked it a quarter of the distance and just kind of went and put it there to where it wouldn't roll and went to walk back to her vehicle. So in passing, I'm looking, and then I'm completely, like, the attraction level went down to nothing. And I went, you are a scumbag human being. Like, she started out good, like, I'm going to take it back, and stopped 1/4 of the way in and went. And she even kind of like looked around and then turned around to walk. And I went, and I started out with it was a dick move. I was like, oh, don't worry. I'll take it the rest of the way.
Right.
I'll take it instead of you just leaving it right here in the middle of, and she went, and I went, oh, I'm being I don't know if she was the one I wanted to yell at about it. Like, I feel that it'll be the right person. The universe will show me the proper person to flip out on. And I was like, oh, because I saw she kind of was like, oh, like kind of like, yep, I know I'm being a scumbag person. And I was like, actually, if I would have gotten out of my car a step or two earlier, but you got ahead of me, I was going to say, don't mind me, pretty lady. I'll take that back to the, to where it's supposed to be. And I made like certain to use where it's supposed to go and, do the right thing and whatever. And I was like, you're dressed nice. It looks like, you probably had a long day of work. I'd be more than happy to take it back for you and whatever. So I saved it because I came on strong with just dick and then went, oh, when I saw the look in her eye, and I was like, you kind of seem like a nice person. You did just take it a quarter of the way back.
Right.
Yeah, you wanted to do the right thing. You gave up somewhere in, so you're better than the people that just like push it into the car next to them or whatever. Because if you ever had a door ding at a, go there and you see a scratch on your car or a cart touching it or something, dude, that irks me. Like, that drives me insane.
I get it.
Are you that person? Do you leave your cart out there?
No.
You don't grocery shop.
I do.
No, you don't. When do you grow? When
Yes,
have you
I
ever
do.
grocery shopped?
If my dad sends me, if anyone sends me, I will go do the right thing. I worked at Kroger's. That irritated me so much because I had to watch people just do it. I'm like, okay, I want to go home now.
Seriously, you
Like,
know
that's
how
annoying.
it's a type of person, right? It is a type of person. Now, I could see if you're in a rush, you got a call, your kid's throwing up, you got to go to whatever, push the thing away, right? There's a lot of things you'll just screw it. And
Not even. It's like if you got time to go get your groceries and got time to go outside to take it to your car, and you have enough time to go and put it back.
It's job security for you.
No, it's
Like-
it's something like, it's like an entitled, or like everyone will just take it because there is no rule on it, or there is no whatever. There's no. I think we should start a Hell's Angels or a Guardian Angel thing where we shame people for doing it.
Aldi, you
I'm
got to
pretty
put
sure
a
they're shaming themselves. That's why
Aldi,
they
you
look
got to put a
around.
quarter in the shopping cart. They're all locked in, chained together, and you put your quarter in to release the cart. So if you want to get your quarter back, you have to wheel it back.
Why does everything got to be about football with you?
What do you mean?
Quarterback. Ba-da-ba.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, it's a good trick, W hat guy. Oh,
Wow.
come on, man. I'm all hopped up on Mountain Dew. Actually, I'm not. I'm a spider monkey.
Nice.
But
No.
do you think a quarter would? Do you think?
Well, people that you don't see any carts floating around in Aldi. You got to bring it back and you put the little clippy thing in
And
to
maybe-
release your quarter.
Maybe the type of people that are prone to just throwing something out there and screw that cart and I got somewhere to go.
I do
and-
both. I'm not gonna lie. I do
Are
both.
you really?
Are you serious?
He's a horrible person.
I mean, if I'm in a
He's
rush,
racist. He's a non. He's
if
a
I'm in a
non.
rush, I gotta go.
No,
but I
if you got
typically
time
push
to
it
get
back.
your
Actually, you know what? I
groceries
do
and
have
do all
fun.
this.
I do when I put it back. I launch it from see if I can get
That's
it in the
even
little fucking.
worse.
But
If you
it
miss,
always
you
goes in.
ain't gonna-
It goes in. It's in the corral. It's beyond the point of where it's not hanging out. So it's in.
See, he's angry. He's pushing it in there with. I'm mad. I had to walk it in
It's
here.
actually kind of a contest.
I'd like to do regression therapy.
So
Put you on the
basically,
couch.
if you missed, you weren't going to go back
Oh,
and
no,
put it
no,
back.
no.
You were
I
just
don't.
going to leave
I don't
it.
miss.
No, it's going in. I mean, he's getting it in, but not making sure it's locked in. And neither do I. I just kind of once it's in there, I'm not going to go in.
I
and
do it.
Well, I'm not walking inside the corral.
No,
I
I'm
think
not
that
saying do all that. It's just that
stable.
if you get it in, okay, cool. But if you miss, are you going to go
Of
put
course.
it back, or
Of
are you just
course.
going to leave because
Of course.
you got it away?
Well, no, you're not going to leave it randomly
No, you
running through the
wouldn't.
parking lot like. "Rrr." But yeah,
I've seen actually carts wind, and
Yep.
it was the greatest thing because me and Zach watched a cart. Literally, seriously, it probably dodged like 8 cars. I mean, it was going. We're like, okay, Zach, it's gonna hit this time, and then a big gust goes, and it's cruising, and then I'm like, all right, Zach, it's going to another. I mean, it was
Did it end up hitting one at all?
No, just it hit the curb or area. But it was actually really funny. We laughed.
You know how you say that everything I say has sexual innuendo or whatever? So if you miss, are you going to put it back in? I mean, if you get it in, are then you going to do whatever? And I was like, dude, that was like a Three's Company moment, which you don't know anything about. But dude, you should watch TV Land and watch like Three's Company.
I should look it up on Google.
Sanford and Son.
No, you can watch it with your gay friends because the dude thinks that Jack Tripper is gay, and it's funny because that was like really progressive because they were. I mean,
Bosom Buddies. Remember that one?
Yep, that one.
That one was
Tom Hanks and whatever. Yeah, it was shenanigans. Yeah, we can give you all this so you can like
Homework.
re-energize all your like weird stuff when you hang out with your gay friends.
Sanford and
Seem to
Son.
do a lot.
Hey, Sanford and Son. Laverne and Shirley. Happy Days.
I was sticking with
Good
the gay base, but
I just total.
yeah, no. Although, come on, man, she's not gonna get all the old stuff.
That's where you learn.
It's like I got one thing most importantly. Good Times and Family Matters. And Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Velma, bro. She may have been the one who gave me the fever, bro.
Oh, just because. Relax.
Yeah. What? Just because what?
What's the little girl?
That was little Janet Jackson. I don't remember her name.
What was her name? Tootie? No, Tootie was the Facts of Life.
What?
Yes, you're all over the place.
Wasn't Facts of Life?
Yeah, Facts of Life, Tootie, and whatever. But Velma, dude, stop it.
She was a hooker. You know that, right?
What?
On that movie, she was the hooker.
And it wasn't a movie; it was a television show.
TV show. She was a hooker. They just didn't.
What?
You didn't never figured that out?
What?
You never watched it?
What
Go
show
back.
were you watching?
I'm just fucking with you. I'm just kidding. I just want to see if I could get you guys.
The hell? He's a racist. Yes, it's every week. Like, there should be a meter, like, at the end of it, like, one of the greatest and first black shows ever in life about a family and whatever, and there was good Corvette. James was working all the time and doing whatever, and the
James
mom
was bisexual, too.
Oh, my God.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Come on. I'm just busting.
You're a horrible person. I was trying to go to a special moment I had
I know,
with
right?
Velma
I
and
just
whatever,
locked
and
it
you
right
just,
out.
yeah, I'm totally.
He said she was a hooker.
Oh boy. So what about so what about you, pet peeves? If I may have taken yours, but I don't think shopping carts would have whatever.
No,
because
that's not my pet peeve. That's just like an annoyance.
that's what pet peeves are. It's a thing that annoys the balls out of you.
Right. You got one?
Not that I can think of.
I was right.
Except I wouldn't really like. Except like,
What is your
if I never worked at Kroger, I would have never gotten annoyed with that.
And that's
because
what
I
it
worked
is. Like,
there, yeah, I got it. Yeah, it's annoying. Like,
Does your mom and dad do anything that annoy you?
Talk to me.
Wow.
not ever put food in the house. You're like,
That is annoying.
She says she goes grocery shopping. When they send me, I'm like, what? One time a year? You're over here panhandling for food, and
Right.
let me get a bite of that. And are you gonna eat that? And
Hey,
I'm
you
like,
got $10?
yeah. Oh, I need
Did you
to
ever pay
drive
that
somewhere.
back yet?
She did.
Nice. Good girl.
Yeah,
I think I
was
gave it
gonna
right
give
back to her because she had done something good that day.
No, that was when I fixed his arm.
She's a doctor.
Doctor?
Doctor. Okay, so no pet peeves. We'll listen to ours, and then maybe we'll mine is I think they become categoric at some point because mine seem to go down that. What about you? What do you got
I
for
have two, but the one that really annoys
anyone
me the
who's
most,
not white is in your presence?
right?
Okay.
Or ginger.
Or ginger. Come on, look at that little
Actually,
gold.
I know it's kind of weird. What happened?
It just went away.
You got
Same thing
a lot
with
of
pubes.
sun. The sun's the same. Does the drapes match the curtains?
No, usually like
Kind of, sort of, in a weird way.
No, I
It's
thought if
two-tone.
you were a redhead, like the older you get,
He
you
was.
automatically
He
like
was.
grow out of it. Like you would
was
go like to
strawberry.
brunette.
Some
to
people hold it. Some
blonde.
people. Well, it depends on what color of ginger you are or whatever.
Strawberry, blonde, ginger, or hardcore. Or,
I thought he
don't
was a
go in the
hardcore
sun.
Irish ginger.
No,
Yeah.
no.
What a lot of us do, that's where, like, I'm always going to have wintertime employment, as I get older because, dude, this goes pure white. Like, it's wanting to. And that's what it is like the white mixed in with the red and some of the brown is what gives off that golden whatever. And I love it. And I love it because black girls, they call me blondie and whatever. Like, they don't get it, right? They don't understand the
Until you pull
changing
your
of
pants
gingerness
down.
and whatever. Yeah. No, they get it then.
The changes
Yeah,
of
boy.
genders.
Of gingers, yeah. It's weird.
Genders.
Genders.
Yeah.
Anyways,
see, this says words.
So I got two. Okay. But the one that irks me the most. I mean, I have many. I actually. I can go. That's another story. No. Okay, you know how annoyance and stuff. I have a top 10 punch you in the face list. So I have a categorized as who I want to punch in the face.
Okay.
It's just one of those things, like a top 10, like I hate you list, or a top
Black
10.
people are one.
No, Keanu Reeves is number one.
Yeah, you really don't like Keanu Reeves?
Oh, God, if I saw him, I'd punch him in the face.
I kind of if it's actors you don't like, I'm kind of the same way with John Travolta. I'm over
Elias Brothers, punch it right in the face. I hate
the Big Boy thing.
Yeah, I can't stand that place.
What did he ever do to you?
I just hate it.
The place, not the actual
No,
statue.
the actual, just the place, the whole thing. Just hate the restaurant and everything.
Okay.
I don't know. It's kind of weird.
But no, you're not gonna. But pet peeve, you don't have.
Oh no.
like,
So
people?
the pet peeve is, well, I don't know which one's worse, but like I said, I have many. Where I hold the door open for people, and they don't say thank you.
Good one.
That one, I swear. And as they go in, I go, "You're welcome. You're welcome. Did you like the door open for you?" I've come straight out and belittled people.
That's how close I am with the shopping
No,
cart.
I'll do it. And then the other one that really, I think this one actually trumps that one, is let's say you're in line somewhere and you're here first, and this guy comes in and someone comes in, tries to weasel in, or you're in a line like a self-checkout and someone kind of wants to do the, hey, the line's back here, guy, and I'll be very loud and boisterous, and I will tell them, I said, you did not learn how to take turns when you were growing up.
There are some people who didn't.
Oh, it's bad. I get very heated because I was taught manners. Who was here first? Honor system. Hey, I was here first.
You were not taught yoga and how to meditate because you seem like pretty wound up once we got you on this subject.
Oh, okay, cart guy. Seriously, you want to just slice
got
a
one
woman's
thing.
throat because she fucking did a cart halfway to the
got
No,
one-
that was stupid. You're gonna say how like you think you're being a dictator, and then you're gonna chill out.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, I'm gonna
that's
punch
lazy
your
as
face.
well. Get out. Okay, you're halfway there, but then
Oh,
you're
how about
gonna
this? How about
stop.
this?
Are you
hey,
serious?
Hey, scumbag. Who's this? Really? And
Yeah.
you're gonna call my little aggravation about
Dude, you just
proper
I asked him,
manners?
You've got to punch somebody in the face top 10 list.
Yeah.
You've got whatever, dude. You need anger management. You need what's his face?
Charlie Sheen.
So the Charlie Sheen anger management show was good, but I was gonna go with the movie. Have you seen the
yes. Good
yes,
movie.
Woosaba.
Yes. Good movie.
Yeah, it was a good trick.
It's a good movie.
Yeah. Well, that's crazy. Wow. I'm trying to think what else.
There's more, but
I think if I know, Jesus Christ,
Really, no,
we
seriously,
could
there's a
start
lot.
your own podcast on pet peeves of the week, like
right?
which one reared their
Irritation.
ugly head, which
I mean,
one.
you got road rage guy. Pet peeves of what people do. Driving people, just people driving, not knowing how to drive. That's all.
Oh, that's all
That's a
over
1 week
Canton.
segment.
You're gonna have to get over that.
Everyone
one.
is in a rush here. I got my next one, and actually I wrote it down, was horn honking people. People that really need to grab your attention with their horn. I was coming down Cherry Hill and waiting to get to the thing, right? So I'm at a safe distance behind the other vehicle stopped, and it was right before the right, they could merge over in the right side. And I get some pipsqueak kid or young dude or whatever, right?
Young
But
dude.
pipsqueaky and it was
Why?
because he wanted to get in the right turn, and it wasn't like I was back and I had 10 feet between me and the next car, right?
Really?
I'm approximately 3.5, 4 feet from the bumper of the car in front of me, right? And I'm going down the hill, right? And yes, there's traffic, and again, it's the breeders and everybody with their damn kids and whatever, right? And I'm just like, you're inconveniencing my life. So as I'm sitting there, I get and the horn honks, and I look at the mirror and I look behind me, and the dude's like, and I'm like, right? And I'm like I'm in a rush to get where I'm going to go, but there are a bunch of people in front of us, right? There is nowhere to go. So you will, stay in your, you're in your lane or your place or whatever. So as everything begins to move up, right? Now I'm just sitting there going like your car that's about to overheat, like that one horn honk went, and I'm like, and I'm looking, I see the visual of the little, turn regular behind me, and I'm like, "Rrr." So as I pull up, he, boom, zips over and goes up to the thing and looks at me, right, as he does. And I went, "Nyeh." right? I went. It started as this, right? And it went. Right? And I flipped him off as he was driving away, and he's looking back like it stuck with him. Like I was like, ha, tractor beam, bitch. Right? And I gave him.
And he's gone too far away for him to do anything retaliatory back. So you're like, you won that road rage.
Yeah. Well, and regardless, what is he going to do? He's going to get out. I'm going to get out of the car and look at him, and he's going to go, wah, and scream and, run away.
Like last 2 days, I've had multiple people where like the light's red, and I'm literally just like, I look down on my radio, maybe turn the volume up or something, and then light's green. Literally my foot is getting off the brake. It wasn't fast enough for the millisecond from brake to gas, and people are honking the horn. I'm like, really? So that automatically puts me into, I'm going to take off like a grandma on Sunday and just take off real nice and slow. And
Yeah. It's something with that 2:30 to 4:30 drivers. They are out of control.
That's about right.
Dude, it's like being in the Grand Prix or Le Mans or something. Like
in the
people
morning, lately in the morning, there's been so crazy traffic in the morning. But you have no idea what that's about.
Yeah, I haven't been up in the morning in years.
I was about to say, have you seen the light?
Dude, I have not been up and driving in the morning. Don't get me wrong. I did it for a long period of time.
Right.
But that was part of my overall Jakey plan to get away from it. Like, no, I'm done. Okay, so weird. And it's weird because it was funny. We had talked about this earlier today. Matt and I were chatting about random stuff, and it's funny because every show that we've done that has sex in the tags, like there's a lot of people texting or typing in sex into Google or in any search engine or even YouTube. Every one of our shows that was, Aaliyah questions my sexuality yet again, higher, whatever. Sex positions, scissor is amazing, higher, right? And I was like, So I think just for the overall benefit of the show and reaching people, we're going to do something about sex every time, right? So we can tag it and not just be jerks and sex and put it in the butt and all this stuff and whatever. And then, hey, we're talking about shopping carts today, everybody. Like, balls, you tricked me.
Having sex in a shopping cart.
Yeah, never. Maybe there's a wheelbarrow type thing in here. I know there is a wheelbarrow, but
yeah, there is.
There's a couple funny things in movies. But okay, so I pulled up the dictionary of obscure sexual terms. Okay, these are obscure sexual terms. So these aren't. I'm not gonna guess that they're. Maybe Dirty Sanchez will pop up or whatever. And these are
punch.
Yeah, all these things. Which, do you know anyone who has successfully done any of the? Because I remember one was like a bucking bronco where you're banging a chick from behind and you grab her hair and then you tell her you banged her sister or something and then she bucks like a bronco and you try and hold on for as long as you can.
Isn't that the Angry Dragon? What's Angry Dragon? Isn't there
no
one where you come around and punch him in the face or something? Or is that a bloody snowball?
I just said tell her you banged your sister and hold on to the hair, and you just said punch somebody in the face. Like you're an angry dude.
No, isn't there one something about a bloody snowball or something?
You're creepy.
No, there is. No.
Okay. Look, the first one on the list is the Angry Dragon. I haven't read it, but I was talking about the bucking bronco or whatever. So, all right, the Angry Dragon. Immediately after you blow your load in a girl's mouth, smack the back of her head and make it come out of her nose. When she gets up, she'll look like an angry dragon.
There it is.
That's interesting. Tried that one yet there, Slick?
Why are you looking at me? I'm surprised you haven't tried it.
I'm not a violent sexual person. I'm actually very loving and caring in my, I'm very appreciative of the sex.
Wait, you're not a... I assumed I talked to Michelle about this before, because we were talking about. I'm like, Jake's either one of 4 things.
Wow, gay.
Yeah,
no,
right.
I was not even going there.
That was in there. That
one's
really
under an asterisk or whatever. Okay, but go
the
ahead.
fact that you both went there, now I am questioning.
Oh, okay.
Dominant, sadist, or what's it called? Submissive, or it's one more.
You're just naming off all the categories that one person could be.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Oh, masochist. There we go.
You were like 1 of 4.
Yeah, one of 4.
Yeah, everybody is 1 of 4. You're either a dominant, submissive, or whatever. Well, then what kind of...
That's why I'm wondering.
You're not like funneling it down to going, look at me. I picked it's one of the 2 of the 4, which would even have given you somewhat of kudos. but you're just naming all of them and even like subcategories of them, and you could be one of those. Like what?
I already know which one
So
I
the-
am. I'm wondering which one I am.
So the way
I don't think you know which one you are. You don't
Believe
even,
me, I know
you don't
which
even know
one I
time
am.
zones.
I know. Okay, I don't know that. Screw you.
hey, if it's any consolation, my sister was in here who on occasion can be known as a pretty smart cookie. Like
I thought she was
She
smart.
got 3 out of 4.
yeah, but it took a minute. Like the
The Colorado
steam was,
one.
the
she
steam was
missed.
coming out of her ears. I had to help her. No. Yeah, she got 2 out of 4.
I cannot
She
believe
couldn't.
you guys were messing with
she
your
couldn't.
sister.
I'm the one who had to give. No. It
We
just
were messing.
we're now curious to see how many people know some interesting, trivial things that most people know, like common knowledge or whatever.
Ask
so
the whole young generation. We don't know. I'm
I'm going to.
serious.
I'm gonna give a discount for being remotely intelligent. Anyone who comes in.
Jake, nobody's gonna get that discount.
Again, why do you think that's why I'm using it as the discount?
Except for Mike. He's the only one
Mike's
that
30,
knows.
bro.
In the eyes of everyone else, he's 18.
Yeah, but that's fine. But
Hey, which vape do you got? What's in there?
where's yours, wise guy?
It's gone. Not here.
It's gone.
You need to keep your hand on your vape.
I know.
Rule number 1 of Vape Club: keep your vape.
Keep Fight Club.
Keep your vape in your hand. Don't be grinching on
That
it.
really is.
She's
number one.
using mine.
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's what I thought.
Well,
That's because my
share or
batteries.
whatever.
You wanna
What
share?
She's never
What
done
is
the
it?
Angry
This
Dragon.
is
She's
milk
fine.
and honey.
She's clean.
I was hoping someday I would try the bomb pop.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
That bomb pops is so good.
So where were we? Bomb pop.
Oh, basically you're answering my question.
All your angry
No,
dragons.
and that's yeah. We were somewhere between an angry dragon and what would Jake be out of the 12 things. Now the way you should have posed it was you said like we narrowed it down and we said you're one of all of them, right? Which is a horrible way to pose
I
the
didn't
question.
say we narrowed it down. I said me
Yes,
and
you did.
Michelle
I'll hit
talked
rewind.
about it. Rewind
I'm
then.
not
I have
rewinding
never
it on you.
said
Rewind it.
Yeah.
I have never said we narrowed it down. I said me and Michelle talked about it and you're one of
and
4.
no, and we came up with you're one of 4
Yeah.
of the 4.
Yeah, you're one of
There's
4.
only 4. Like,
Which one are you?
of course, I
More
would be
than
one of
4.
the yes, but I guess in normal without being a furry or something or whatever. But
There's a cockhold.
yeah,
Cockhold. Sorry.
cuckold.
You know what that?
Snap,
she
crackle,
has
pop.
No idea what that is.
Snap, crackle, pop.
Now, what the weird part, like when you mentioned that and whatever, I'm surprised you've never done that. I'm not. Like I'm cool when it comes to all that.
Have you tried stuff?
I've tried everything.
No, I mean it's a
Dude,
legit,
have you not
it's a-
listened to any of
No,
the
no, no,
podcasts?
no,
Have you
no.
not heard of the things I've done? I'm a horrible person. I've done everything.
I could probably name one that you probably haven't.
Well, probably. I've done some really weird stuff, but
Right.
But
who hasn't?
in-
Well,
yeah, dude, double team, triple team,
A group orgy.
No, it never really got to that. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, if it was the Houston 500 and whatever, I'd be a dude in line and be like, and you know what I find in those like
I want to be number 1 though. I don't want to be number 499.
at that point, I don't care. It's all something's been somewhere anyways or whatever.
Oh my god.
She's been with like 1,900 people before the 500, so she just hit 2,400. I'm cool to sneak in there at,
I don't know.
2386. I don't
guess
care.
I would want it from the beginning.
Yeah. Well, but but I've always seemed to like the fluffer in those scenarios. Like the chick who's like fluffing and getting them prepared to go off into battle. Like
Right.
I've always found the fluffer to be
assistant.
kind of like neat.
A cool job.
No, not a cool job. I would just finish on the fluffer and go, you guys can have that and fluff away, and then be like, oops, sorry. And then I saw one where the fluffer did get some action, and she was kind of cute and whatever, and I was like, you take it. You're a good fluffer lady.
Fluffers go wild.
Yeah, there's a thing in porn called a fluffer, that somebody will be there
Get a little warm up.
getting
action.
somebody ready for when they have to go and do their business. Yeah, it's neat.
How interesting.
Yeah.
So,
So,
wouldn't it be a great job though?
Oh, here's the thing, and it was funny because it was a conversation that you and I had a couple days ago or whatever, and it was funny because I was like, dude, you guys would have no idea how I actually am, and part of the reason as I'm transitioning into like winter me, I actually like to I'm a very like passionate dude, and when I'm doing whatever, and part of the thing like little girl that I was messing with not too long ago.
Gee, that comes out so creepy. Little girl.
Well, you know, she's tiny. She's a little person.
Say midget.
Midget. No.
At least.
No, the chick who doesn't like dogs, right? I mean, she was only like 5'1", and you know.
So you did it doggy
skinny.
style.
Oh, I'll show you. You don't like the dogs. No, but she had it was odd, but there was a connection and it was cool. And I like to be nice to who I'm cranking, right? I don't always like just random
Grunge.
You know, here, take it and whatever. I mean, don't get me wrong. That will follow in the
lineup of sex
of stuff, right?
Sure.
I mean,
Just not
you
tonight.
can't just be all whatever.
Well, you got to mix it up, right?
Yeah.
I get it.
But I do like to like and care about the person that I am doing it with, right? Like there's a whole lot of sitting around like, dude, I'd like to make out. I like a lot of foreplay. I like to do whatever. It's cool because you dig the person, you feel comfortable enough around them, do whatever. And then, yes, I will go gag factor, 69, take it and do whatever, right? So there's a lot of stuff that happens in the process, but my overall, I'm not, when somebody says submissive, generally a female is just, do whatever you want. I'm not a guy who just, sit down and do whatever you want, right? I'm definitely in
Not
control
that,
when I'm
right.
doing whatever, but I'm also not like, let me, clamp your nipples with jumper cables and, smack you with a paddle while I'm cranking you and whatever. I don't. If a girl was like, would you please do this for me? I'd be like, yeah, but it's kind of breaking my concentration of what I'm doing and whatever.
Right.
I mean, I'll do all kinds of crap, right? Because my job in that scenario is to make them as happy as humanly possible in the process of getting myself where I need to be.
Right. You got to definitely. I like the role of whatever makes her happy, I'm happy. Whatever turns her on, I will do whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like. Just makes the relationship better.
Yeah, it's very much like I'm going to do this, you do what I like and whatever.
Right.
To me, I don't, dude, you want to see like unhappy penis? If I hear no at any point in whatever, dude, it's so like, it just boom, 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 like doors begin to, and I'm like, no, I've got to fight to like, no, I'm still going to do this. I really don't like no. Like it's horrible. But then again, I'm not doing anything too out of round, right? I've only got one or two, and one, the finishing and the facial and all that stuff. That's my thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's my thing. That's my finishing move. Like I would be happy,
really,
dude. Yeah, and
that's either way for me. Well, whatever, it's all good.
Well, and the funny thing is, I love it, and mentally, it's my thing,
it's
and whatever.
mental, for sure.
Because even if a girl was like, hey, Baba, and we're in the throes of doing whatever, and, pull out and do this. If she's talking and like, you want to pull out in front of her, boom, I'll pull out and finish, belly button or boobs and not even get near the thing. But it's something about the talking about it and whatever. Now, don't get me wrong.
Right.
I do like to, if it's in positioning and whatever, hey, I want you to do this and cool and whatever, and it's neat.
Like, I think like, if you're getting a blowjob in bed and you're laying down in your bed, but I don't know, sometimes when she's on her knees and you're standing up, I think that's like a hotter, I don't know if it's a dominance looking down, hey, you get the visual and type of situation, you know what I'm saying? I mean, there's just different scenarios that.
But see, I don't like getting a blowy standing during the whole time. I've done it, and I call it the Superman, right? Because generally, I don't know. I'm like Ricky Bobby. Like I don't know what to do with my hands. I'm like, the mic's here. What do I do with the? I've never been on the.
Awesome.
So I don't know what to do with my hands. So they eventually go on my hips. So I remember I caught a glance of myself like in a window one day, and I was doing a creepy. I was getting a stand up. She was sitting on an ottoman, like the roll around little ottoman foot extender thing. Sitting there, and I was like, hey, look at this. And she was like, what? Your friends just went into bed. And we were like, yeah, we'll see you. And they were like, cool, just lock the door on the way out. They went in, went to bed, and did whatever. And I was sitting there, and I don't know why, but I was like, I'm friggin' horny as balls.
I'm Superman.
So I stood there, and I was like, hey, look at this. And she was like, what, Mara? She was like, what? We can't do whatever. And I was like, but you're sitting there, caressing through my pants and whatever. And I was like, and she was like, what? Well, no, they're right. And I was like, okay, now one more like no or one more question, and I would begin to go yoing, 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 yoing. So I went. I was like, look, where? She was like, really? Oh my God, I hope we don't get caught. And and I'm doing the Superman, right? And we're sitting there. Now that was weird because I knew it had to be over quick and in a hurry, and we weren't going to go into, there was no extra like we were going to do that and then we were going to just bang on the couch or do whatever, right? So it was
The whole front of,
and I was like, okay, we need to be hurry up because they are there. Somebody's gonna be like, hey, let me grab a soda before I go to bed, and I'm like,
Right.
what's up, buddy? And they're in the in their living room couch.
Right.
So it was kind of sneaky, and then finish and whatever, and it was neat. And I caught a glimpse of myself. Like I looked over and I saw the window and the light from the kitchen was shining on that, and I looked, and all of a sudden in my mind I heard dun 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 dun. I was like, the Superman. Which I could have added in a leg up on the thing, and then
like
the
Captain Morgan,
the Captain Morgan guy. So it would have been a Superman turn into Captain Morgan.
Nice, nice.
That would have been more for if people were watching, right? Because then I'd
for show.
Strike a pose or whatever. But the thoughts were going through my mind before I went, oh, that was neat.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
she was
good
like,
stuff.
I can't believe we just did that. Like I was like, I don't know, I was really horny, and the moment seemed to strike, and but see, I don't like standing blowies and whatever in general.
Yeah.
I think the blowy should be
It doesn't
stationary.
It's whatever the move, whatever the flavor, whatever the feeling is. That's what I like.
yeah.
I get it.
No, don't get me wrong. I'll go from doing any number of things, and like I'm getting ready to finish and whatever, and if I'm like half on the bed, half off, of course I will stand up and go, ha ha, guess what? Say cheese, So yeah, that's a thing.
No, I wanted to ask you.
Oh, boy.
You said you were a passionate guy. I was gonna say.
I said, what words
You said
were?
you were a passionate. You're like, you're a passionate guy. So I'm thinking, so are you passionate enough to cry during sex?
That's not passionate. That's like mental instability. Like, why would a person be crying? That's over emotional.
Something happened in the
Passionate is,
Dude.
even if it's a hookup, grabbing and kissing the girl and doing whatever, and boom, and making out and being passionate and kissing and the foreplay and whatever, instead of just, hey, cool, lay down. Let me fluff and here, do whatever, and then that's like hooker sex, right? When you're like, okay, cool. I mean, I think the hooker would be chewing gum in this scenario.
Well, yeah, and a
She'd
cigarette.
And she. Okay, Sparky, you're on 29 minutes. You just lost one. Get that thing up. Let's go. And then you just walk over and plug it in like you're plugging in an appliance multiple times.
That's right.
And she's, oh yeah.
Are you done yet?
Yeah, that's the difference of, hey, blah blah. If there's that friendship or closeness or whatever, whether it's, and I can be passionate, like even with old girl, dude, that was kind of weird. It was passionate from, because I did kind of like a bunch of little things about her, and it was cool, and we, boom, kiss and do this and whatever, and you feel her breathing getting heavy and doing whatever, and she grabs and boom, and we got at it, and it was neat, right? And I was like, cool, right? We we kiss, we make out, we do all this and whatever, and it's passionate versus the, hey, what are you doing? Yeah, we should have sex. Cool. It's like Friends with Benefits with Justin Timberlake and whatever. Right? Like the very, like as they were talking about, yeah, we should. Cool. All right. Hey, no nipple twisting. I'm really sensitive over there. Blah, blah, blah. But then when they got into it, obviously it became, more passionate and whatever. Right. So, and I guess that's what I'd like, is to have the non-committal, no, all the other crap that comes along with it, but still be able to be cool and passionate and, like girlfriend experience that they say in all the, the sex things and the hooker things and whatever. Like for that moment, it's very girlfriendy and whatever. And then it's like, cool, I'm done. Get off me. Dude, let's put on I really want to watch the football game. What are you doing, bro? Dude, grab me a lemonade while you're in the kitchen. And then it just goes back to being, chick bros or whatever, So I don't know. I don't know if that exists, but I think.
Did your eyes ever water?
Come again?
When you ever came, have your eyes ever water? Like just like water, because it's pretty great.
Do I cry after I come? Is that what you're saying?
No, not at all. Just a little, your eyes water, like someone like poked you in the eye.
I don't think so.
No.
Most of the time I'm putting in work. Like I do a lot of work. Like most of the time I'm like, whew, wow, that was crazy. I know I should get a towel and clean her up, but oh boy, I really gotta come to. Oh, this is good. Yeah, neat. I wonder when she's leaving. No.
Wow.
Dang. I wonder when she's leaving.
No, not really, because I want him to stick around so maybe I can get in round 2 sometimes. Round 2's good. So, yeah. All right. Next is the Arabian goggles. Have you ever heard of this term?
What is it?
This is funny because Scuba Steve teabagged me yesterday. And I mean, it wasn't the dog penis, his long dog balls as he stretched and was like, I was like, come on, man, get down, get off the bed. And he just like, he stops moving his back legs and begins to like, the covers begin to move, and he just like lowered his balls. Like he doggy teabagged me. And I'm like, I was like, I don't know if this is a Snapchat moment, like Mondays, like the Ted 2. Like, dude, he just teabagged me, and I've got dog balls that are very cold, right? Dog balls are cold. I don't know why, but I'm like, because at first I didn't know, because I'm looking and I see his, because Scoob's got a hammer, right? It's like this thing. Dude, the red rocket comes out, dude. It's literally like the blue part of this. It's disturbing. Like, I'm going to say my apologies before I breed him. Like, your dog ain't gonna walk right for a week. Like that. I've seen a lot of dogs in my day. My dog's got a hammer. It's gross. I made everyone. One day nobody believed me. I took a picture. It looks like chalk. It looks like sidewalk chalk.
Picture?
The red rocket that comes out is like sidewalk chalk.
Do you still have the picture?
I'm sure it's on my phone.
That's funny.
Oh no, I think I took it off.
I hope so.
I think once I took it off, I showed it to Uncle Rick and I creeped him out, right? I was like, take that, you old creep. And a couple other people, but yeah. So anyways, he teabagged me. So the Arabian goggles, a seldom seen maneuver when you put your testicles over her eye sockets while getting head. Picture it. Ass on her forehead. It may be, anatomically impossible, but what the fuck else is new, right? So they're saying the maneuver, if you can,
it's been done.
If you can get, especially if you got a Groucho, if you penises come in different curvatures and whatever, right? Like I had a buddy of mine, we were like, he's got the crooked cock. He had the downturn and
downward dog.
And and then I call it the gonzo if it goes down and, like it looks like, from the Muppets, whatever the dude's nose that goes down. I hate to use Muppets in a penis like form reference. But I don't know. It's weird. I'd like to say I am proud to say that I have, it is, symmetrical. It vroom and has the there is no downturn. There is no sideways like here. Crooked, whatever.
Yeah, I was gifted too.
Yeah. It's weird because I've heard of people and whatever, and they have the crooked or down to the left.
Hooks to the right, Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Looks around corners.
Yeah, like you've got like a spy cam for a penis.
Right.
All right, there's you know what I mean? Sideways periscope, up periscope not working. The bait and tackle. The sailors used this one in the old Navy days. Before you go off for a long, lonely voyage, get yourself a tall jar and fill it completely with earthworms. This is getting weird. When you get lonely, open the jar and fuck away. The earthworms will provide some slithery sensation, and your protein load will keep them nicely fed. Gone fishing.
Have either of you ever tried that?
That's pretty jacked up.
I've never heard of that.
I'm surprised you even read that.
I didn't. I read bait and tackle. I literally go as the words come up.
Really bad.
It is.
That's really
Try it when I get to the house. I'm not a fisherman, but yeah. Okay. Weirdest thing you've ever used to do the shirk and jerk. I know you've had to do something, or things that you've heard that you haven't done. Because I had my high school into college girlfriend. She told me, and it was weird because she was a prude, but in hindsight, she did it as a control factor. Like the pee control was strong in this one.
Right.
Like she knew I loved it and it was awesome. But she told me later, as, we were, at the end of our relationship and our relationship was over and, just complaining about, shit we didn't like about each other and we could, chill and talk. And she was like, no, I did that shit on purpose. If I did it all the time, you'd get used to it and accustomed to it. So I had to ration it out and whatever and blah blah blah. Now I do the same thing with females, but only with their emotional status. When they want to be around you all the time and they want to do whatever, there are nights that I will lie and make up that I'm doing something because we've been around them too much. So distance makes the heart grow fonder. Same thing with time lapses, right? So you've got to. I know that they don't like being home alone and they this and this. And I will purposefully make up something that I have to do or doing something that I can't be around them. And I'm sitting on the couch watching cartoons or playing Madden and just not to be around them so they don't get too accustomed to whatever. Now, she used to do that with the vagina. She told me that there was a thing, if you microwave liver, like liver that you buy at the store, and you take the liver and you wrap it around and whatever and do the shirk and jerk, that is supposed to be as close to what the vagine feels like and whatever. I don't like liver as a food. I'm not going to put my penis inside of liver. No, so that's a thing. What about you? You got one?
I've never had to.
You never had to what?
Never. I've never used. I don't know anybody that's.
You don't know any who? See?
I really don't.
You ask me. Have
just go and get it. I mean, I don't know.
I've seen you awkwardly at 17, bro. You weren't just out getting it, or you just went, nope, only going to use this thing to pee. You didn't have a steady girlfriend through the whole time, and you weren't, Don Juan DeMarco banging everything everywhere we went. There had to have been. We all did.
A sock, I guess.
Yeah. Well, the sock, that's half a catching apparatus and whatever, but it doesn't feel great or whatever. Like, I want some of the male sex toys. Like, the
pocket pussy.
See, the pocket pussy, I don't know. The fleshlight. The fleshlight is taking over the world. I've never used one. They
got ones that attach to the showers. To the shower. They got a suction cup shower attachment.
And you can just crank your shower?
Yeah.
Well, I've seen the ones where the females have the one with the suction cup and they bang the closet door and everything. That's neat.
Yeah.
That makes me happy.
Several.
Yeah. That's neat.
That's very cool.
I've seen that. I've never used the pocket pussy. I've the fleshlight,
the sleeve, the grenade.
Yeah, I don't know. You're getting deep. Look at this for a guy who doesn't ever have to jerk off. Seems to have like a roster of them in your
have
general.
You ever used a fruit?
No, never banged any inanimate objects.
Is it what watermelon, right? No.
What? No.
I mean, I guess you could, right? Pour out the thing and just.
Yeah, I mean,
me
I
and
guess.
my friend saw a video where a lady used. It was like a mango, not a mango. It was like.
Oh my God! No. I saw something with grapefruit last night.
Yeah, there it is, the grapefruit one. That was so funny.
I watched. What was that? Okay, just so you know, I used to get my balls busted a lot about the types of movies that I watch, but this had. My buddy that used to be on the radio with me, right? He would sit and, oh, man, you watch all those girly films and all this and that. And I was like, dude, if you have a movie with hot chicks in it, I will watch it because I like hot chicks. Okay, so it may be relationship-y or it may be this or it may be whatever.
Notebook.
I like Rachel McAdams. She's really hot. I liked her better in Wedding Crashers.
Oh, my. But by
far. Dude, that is the perfect woman in Wedding Crashers.
Yeah, she's awesome.
And then the chick, Kate Beckinsale from Serendipity. Yeah. Not in the I'm a vampire chick or Lycan or whatever she is, but in those, she was really, really neat. But where were we?
You guys were going on and on about your hot chicks
there
from
was,
movies.
Fruit and
before
vegetables
that.
And carrots and.
We weren't even talking about
the grapefruit.
So
the movie, it
was
was movies. That's your job to keep me in line, woman. Oh, God, I picked the wrong one. You were talking about rainbows. I mean, you were good, but you were talking about the one thing that I was already on. God damn it. How didn't you know we were talking about the movie that I watched where they did the grapefruit thing? Because I didn't even know. What do you know about the grapefruit?
I wasn't talking about that movie. I was talking about a short video from YouTube I saw.
I've never heard of the grapefruit thing.
On YouTube?
Yeah, it's like on there.
I don't know how that would be on there.
You cut the grapefruit in half, literally enough to get like a full on, like, basically look at it like holding a burger in your hand. You get that big of a size, and then you cut a circle in the middle, and then while you're giving the guy head, put the grapefruit on it, and just go up and, like, the guy would enjoy it. But make
Not
sure
in the
their
movie.
make
Like-
sure their
like-
eyes are closed, because it's like if they see it, they're gonna look like what? So just like
I will see. What's weird is you say right things even for the wrong whatever, because in the movie I watched, Girl Trip, it's all the pretty hot black ladies. It had Queen Latifah and whatever, right? So it put some of the favorite
Jada?
things. Huh?
Was Jada
Jada was in there. Dude, bad plastic surgery.
Really?
She's looking alien-like.
You know, she's a freak too, by the way. Do you know that? Did you ever hear that?
I did not
She
know.
loves to watch Will Smith in movies of kissing and having sex. She gets off on voyeurism. There's a whole article on that
Cool.
about her. She's down with the watching.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's why they make the things inside the movie box. I mean,
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
yeah. No, that's... I don't consider that to be super freaky.
I mean, no, well, not freak. Just a lot of people. I mean, she just.
Well, I guess anytime you find out things about celebrities. But in that movie, the grapefruit thing. And that's why it's got to be going around now, is because it came out in the movie and whatever. Because I've never heard of this ever in life. Never have I ever heard of anyone doing it ever in life until the movie. And they were like, oh, yeah. She came out and grabbed a grapefruit and was like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And then she walks in the room. Then she comes back out of the room and grabs 2 grapefruits. And all the girls were like, oh, girl. You know, she's got 2 grapefruits. That's some Mandingo stuff, or that's some, you know, what the. And then all of a sudden you hear screaming and yelling and whatever. And she runs out and she was like, oh my God, who's got water? I need a first aid kit. It got in his eyes, like from the grapefruit. And I guess, bloomp, and grapefruit juice got in his eye. And then you hear him screaming, it got in my pee hole, like it's burning and whatever. So it doesn't sound like a wonderful thing to be taking that heavy citrus and putting it in and around or whatever, but I guess it's a thing. I just saw it in a movie the other day. But the movie was like laugh out loud funny though. It was, and it had pretty black ladies and whatever, so it was good. It was a good trick. I had very good time.
I'm trying to look up grapefruit thing.
Yeah, I don't know where it came from.
I don't either.
Yeah, it's weird. But I think it had to have been like generated after the movie or around the time of the movie or something, because I've never heard of it in any sexual like folklore
I didn't
ever.
even know people do that with their fruit. I assumed they ate it.
Okay,
like normal
okay,
people.
freaky Matt. Like, have you ever done this and that? So have you put all the food into stuff with like the dripping chocolate over them or whipped cream? Did you do the Varsity Blues football coach?
Good segue. The chocolate and honey stuff, yeah.
Yeah,
For sure.
on you, or does the lady do it to you?
Yes.
She does it on you. You don't do it on
Yes.
the lady.
Both.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's an equal opportunity lover.
For
this
sure.
guy.
For sure.
Okay. Yeah, see, I don't like, it's almost like why I don't like cooking food. If I'm hungry, I want to eat. Like,
Sure.
I don't want to sit and cook don't get me wrong, I like the foreplay as long as I'm completely engaged. But to lay back and have somebody pour something on me and do something, I don't find that nearly as sensual as, I could see doing it to them, if they seem to like the build-up and they like the, whatever. But I've never really gotten the food stuff.
Really?
Yeah. I had a buddy of mine in high school, loved peanut butter, right? One of his high school like girlfriends or whatever, I forget, he had to go in, he was in he had gone in the hospital. He had, some minor surgery or something. And as he was, we were talking, right? And she was super hot, like one of the hottest girls ever in life. So I was just happy I was getting to talk to her because she was dating my friend. And, she was that super hot and super nice. Like, oh, how come we should have talked. You should have talked to me a long time ago. And I'm just like, oh, my God, I can't. You hurt my eyes. Like, I would speak like gibberish. Like, so she, we were talking and she was like, yeah, dude, she was like, your buddy, like, he really likes peanut butter. And I was like, yeah, I know, dude. He's always. And she was like, no, he really likes peanut butter. And I went, oh, she was like, yeah, it really freaks me out. Like, he makes me do weird stuff with peanut butter. And dude, and she started getting into it. I had to tell her to stop after a while because I didn't, I was young. I didn't want to know all the weird stuff that my buddy was doing. Like, now I'd be like, dude, tell me about your peanut butter. But yeah, like putting peanut butter on nipples and then licking the peanut butter off and then putting peanut butter. He would want to put peanut butter all over her and do whatever. Then he wanted her to like peanut butter, right? So he put peanut butter on him and this and tried to put peanut butter in the place and eat the peanut butter out and whatever. And I was like, stop it. I'm never going to look at peanut butter the same. This is freaking me out.
It's called grapefruiting.
Yeah?
That's the term, grapefruiting.
Yeah. Does it say what it's supposed to do, or is it supposed
No,
to?
you just basically looks like you cut like here's your the ball. You cut top here, so it looks like a sliver, like you took a section out and you cut the hole out and you put the thing in and yeah.
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 It's on YouTube. I couldn't believe it was on YouTube, but she was demonstrating with the dildo.
Oh.
That's the video I
I don't,
saw.
yeah, but imagine if the acidy citrus thing got in your pee hole.
Yeah, that's what happened in the movie. The dude was screaming, and then
Yeah.
some got in his eye.
Yeah.
And then he came out. He came out of the room like, oh, and he did have 2 grapefruits and whatever. So the man was hung like a baby, like a baby donkey. So
Yeah, that's not cool.
yeah, it was pretty funny. You should watch that movie when you get a chance, dude. Dude, there was some comedy and some funny stuff in there that was epically funny. You should watch it, Maddie. You'll get a good laugh. And then you'll see grapefruiting in its
I just don't
entirety.
like Queen Latifah.
Why not?
I don't know. She was she was in that Taxi Driver movie. Remember Taxi Driver? Something.
She just played a
I thought it
normal
was
chicken.
okay.
She played a normal chick in it.
She was good in the women gang. Set It Off. The gangster women that robbed the
I
bank.
didn't watch this.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking
Set it
about.
off?
I don't think that's what it's called, but I know
sure?
what you're talking about. Yeah.
That was good.
How
I liked
about
that one.
how about the
I like the one where the 3 girls stole the money from the bank. They would take
Yeah.
the old money and they would either burn it, but they were pocketing it. What was that called? That was a good movie. Now I like that one.
what about the one with Vince Vaughn, Kevin James, and she was the executive from Chrysler or GM or whatever? That was a good movie. That's where she said Ladywood. That's where she brought out the term Ladywood.
Sounds familiar.
Dude, I've watched everything with
Okay,
Vince
then I've
Vaughn.
probably seen it.
Yeah, everything with Vince Vaughn. They were making electric cars and making the exhaust sound and the computer
Yes,
to
that's
do.
a hilarious.
And she was like, "Man, you gave me Ladywood. Man, you gave me." And I was like, "Oh, Ladywood is a thing. I like Ladywood."
Yeah, that was a good movie.
I don't know what Ladywood is. It's a preparatory school for the
No, that
ladies.
was good.
Yeah, that was good. She was good in that.
Yeah.
She was just a normal chick in there, but it is off-putting because she's a very big woman.
Right. for
She's
sure.
she's a big woman. I'm freaked out. Like I couldn't, I don't know. I'm always 5'3", 5'3", whatever. Meh. It's a height thing.
Isn't she really tall?
She's pretty doggone tall. I would say she's probably not as tall as she seems because she's tall and big. Like she's stout.
Oh, that's a big bitch.
Yeah, you think she's 6 foot, or you think she's like 5'11"?
She's probably 5'11".
Yeah,
Damn near close.
because Wendy Williams is
Probably gonna
another
look it up right
giant
now.
chick.
Are you looking it up? How tall is Queen Latifah?
Yeah. I'm curious.
Another girl.
Oh, 5'10".
Okay,
Yeah.
so she's my height, but probably bigger than me. Like I would have to think that Queen Latifah's bigger than me, and I'm not a small dude. I got some meat on my bones.
Got some guns.
Oh, Wendy Williams is 5'11".
Wendy Williams is a guy.
I know. I told
She
my
is
grandma
not a
that.
guy.
Yes,
She's a
she
guy.
is.
She is not a
She's
guy.
a
Yes,
guy.
She is.
She gave birth
She
to a child.
is a
You
guy.
can't do that.
Dude, she looks like
She is a
trans.
guy. Look
Fake
it up.
Fake news.
Look
She's
it up.
not a guy. You
She's
crackhead.
a guy.
You're
Huge Adam's apple. She's a dude.
so
telling you.
you're this throwing. You don't think in the world we live in that
It's
it
already
would
been
be,
out there. It's already on the
It
news.
is the-
Google it.
Dude, what was it? The Republican right
Google
wing
it.
news or
Yeah. Racist or us.
Breitbart or whatever. Your boys.
Jake, you don't find it weird? Her chin line is like.
Oh no, dude, there's some masculine chicks out there, and there's some things. And Wendy Williams, it's weird.
She's a guy, man.
I know.
Oh,
you guys-
I feel like you know it too. You just don't want to admit it.
No, if she really was, I'd really whatever. I mean, it's off-putting, and don't get me wrong, like it's off-putting and whatever, and it freaks me out. But she's not. I also pay attention to the universe, and she's not. Everyone is freaked out by it and whatever. Everyone said the same thing with the Williams sisters and whatever. Like they're bigger and more muscular than most dudes. Like 220 pounds
She's a
and.
dude. She was born a male. Look it up. It says right there. Boom.
On what website? Matt's hidden website.com. Like, I'm not racist. I just.
Wikipedia.
You're also sexist.
Wikipedia.
The list is growing. And all kinds of weird.
sexist,
Oh,
and
you
he
know-
doesn't like Queen Latifah.
God damn it. That woman. What's she ever done to you? She's a queen. Don't get me wrong. I would sob while having sex with her. Like,
Oh my! Wait.
why am I? I mean, I get it. You are a lady.
Wendy
You're not
Williams?
Wendy. No, the god dang Queen Latifah. Because she's just so big and it's manly. And
So
No.
I would
is
pout.
Mr. Williams.
Wait.
Wow. You're a creep. On that note, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it
I
up.
thought
This
you were
is
gonna say no homo. You would start crying.
no, that would be a viable tear. Like I said, I'd pout. I wouldn't be crying. I'd be pouting when I was. Yeah, I wouldn't want to do it, but I'd have to because it's Queen Latifah. And
What about Wendy Williams?
She's a guy.
The gigantic flotation devices would freak me out.
It's because those are grafted on. 'Cause you're a dude. Dude, you'd be making out and you'd be like, bring your hand down and you grab a tree trunk. I'm telling you, she tucks.
Is that why she walks funny? Because
Yeah,
she
she's a
tucks.
big bitch.
Yeah, no, she's
Did you ever see
5. She's 5'10".
That's a big bitch. What's
She's
that
5'10".
from? What's that movie? That's a quote from
It's an Adam Sandler or something.
Deuce.
Deuce Bigelow.
When
Oh yeah,
out of nowhere. That's a big bitch.
that's a big bitch. Undercover brother, all that stuff. That is good. Use a man whore. On that note, this is the Jake Podcast, jakepodcast.com,
Okay.
Bachelor Pad Radio, Dirt Nasty.